Villainous beats. Villainous beats.
In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I'm needed the world to stay. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is Super Black.
Hey, yo, everybody, it's your man on the wall, Chris Fury, with another edition of Blurred's Eye View. If you are watching or listening to us tomorrow, or even listening to us right now live, thank you for tuning in. Hit that notification bell on the YouTube channel, and you'll be privy to Fury's reacts and reviews. But first off, let me introduce somebody who has joined the team. This is Kira Brown. Thank you for joining the team, Kira. What's
Hi.
going on?
Not much, man.
Let me give you your obligatory applause there. There we go. every show we got is special. Hey, Cole, no, I didn't pay y'all that much. Every show we got, every show we have is special. First up, we have our guest. You've seen him before, you've heard him before, and he's here to talk about his latest project, which is Power Ranger Raps, the redo. We got Mark Cooper, player one in the building.
Hey, how you doing?
What's happening? I got to give you your applause because my man, look, you always. There you go. Yeah, he always. Mark has always How do I put it? Mark is what you call a consistent brother. This man consistently is putting out music. His discography is bananas. All right, just to say the least. I think the last time you were working on between 5 or 7 projects at the time. I think it was something crazy. And Power Rangers Day was last Sunday. So yeah, so he was talking about that album, and I gotta say, there's a couple tracks that stand out to me. One of them was Black Power Ranger. The other one is Green Ranger. And then Villains. Villains really hits. And I don't know, Villains hits. And so, but if you need to check it out, go to Bandcamp and check that out. But tell them about the project.
Well, it was a project I started about 3 years ago when I did the first Ranger Raps. It's actually a very funny story. I like telling it. I don't tell it very often, but I do. So I was at Michigan Comic-Con and I was waiting for Walter Jones, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't know, he's from here. His parents still live here.
Oh,
so I was getting ready to walk up and I bumped into his parents before. And then I was just talking, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, I was working on some Power Ranger themed stuff really soon or whatever. And this is the first time, and she would, mom and dad were there and they were like, okay, so say what you got. What you got? You want to rap something right now about it? Let me know what you got. It's the first time I was like, well, I'm kind of working on it. I'm going to figure it out. I was kind of a little embarrassed because you were like, wow, his parents had said, hey, you should be on it, be ready to go. But, I was kind of caught off the back. So the funny thing is I went home and I wrote the whole project in a week.
Now, I got to tell you, because I didn't have anything to play it, but I got to say, I did listen to it. I got a chance to listen to the whole album. And like I said, your work ethic is bananas. As you know, I love your cartoons. When I love your Stay Tuned album, that was actually playing. I was in the shower the other day. And I'm like, so because you have a way of taking nostalgia from television shows, cartoons, and games, movies, and flipping it in such a manner that you like, yo, I never thought that I would listen to this theme song in this light, and then when I'm hearing Power Rangers Rap the Redo, and I'm like, man, not only did he do a album for Power Rangers Day, he did a song for each Ranger. Like, so it still manages to pull off the punches. So I appreciate that, man. It's like, so tell everybody who's listening or who's watching right now all about Power Rangers Day.
Sure, man. This past Sunday was the 29th anniversary of the first Mighty Morphin Power Rangers being aired on television. Mm-hmm. So there were a lot of different milestones a lot of people didn't think about. Like your first black superhero you have Zach, like the first Black Ranger where it came to that. You find out later that he has a segment where he talks about all the things that were on set, and he finally explains the whole Black Ranger black color thing. He personally picked that. He wanted that because
Prowess
he
to
thought he
Testament in
was
the
like
building.
the first thing he thought was the Green Ranger suit was his. I didn't know it was the red. It was the Red Ranger. He thought, I believe, in the clip that he did the episodes part, and he was like, "Yeah, but I like this black better." So a lot of the things that we thought were, literally put there for, for different reasons,
Right.
but ended up
Right.
not being that whatsoever at all. And it made it even more inspiring to see that, as in, hey, he picked it regardless what anybody thinks or anything like that, and I'm inspired by it. So if anything inspired the Ranger project, I mean, not only it was Zach, but it was his parents.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I came up with that and did just one verse of it in 2019. So the reason why I did the Redux is because I wanted to cover the whole Zordon era.
Yeah.
So
The best era.
Yeah, it really is. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm very biased to that, but I also gotta sit down and rewatch everything all again. But that's what the things that inspired it. And then there were so many people inspired by the songs because I never looked at TikToks and things like that or anything. And what's crazy is people, I just didn't know how many people are inspired by those particular songs, even though it was something I did as a one-off, something I just wanted to do to enjoy, like a particular project. It turned out to be really, really popular. And then there were individuals who were using the songs and stuff. And then when I say, "Hey, thanks for using the song," they're like, "Dude, you're the person that made blah, blah, blah." And then I would show up to Comic-Cons and even like Ranger signings, like in Michigan, there'll be people be like, "You're the guy that made the Ranger rap stuff." And I was like, "Well, yeah, you heard it. Yeah, we listen to it all the time." And then there'll be certain individuals who would recite Mastodon to me, or the Green Ranger or the Red Ranger stuff. And then what makes it even cooler is that there's even younger kids that are, where their parents grew up with Power Rangers, loving those kind of songs.
Right.
So it inspired it even more. And I said, I'm going to finish it. I'm going to finish the project where I need to and be able to do that. And what's crazy is I wanted to do it last year, but inspiration wise, I just wasn't in the right head, unfortunately. A lot of things happened, emotionally, that I wanted to be in the right spot, because I don't like to compromise my my music with bad or emotions or anything like that. I never want to, not necessarily taint it, but I don't want to give a wrong impression the music I come out with. If it's something that's positive, something that's great, I go for it for that angle. So when I did that, I was able to say, hey, okay, I did it about each Ranger. I mean, people were expecting that. But then I took different perspectives. I picked certain things like yeah,
Prowse the testaments in the audience. Thank you, Prowse. She said you needed to meet me. That's all. Shame the devil.
Yeah. You make sure.
She said, let's be clear, the muse had to show up.
Nah, I agree.
Shout out to Prowess to Testament. Probably
She's
one of the
incredible.
baddest female MCs I've heard in a very long time.
She's incredible. She's always been incredible ever since I met her. So I'm very blessed.
Yes.
But yeah,
give her flowers now.
Yeah.
Definitely flowers, dungeon, anything for dragons, anything. It don't matter. She ready to terrorize the village. She ready. But I would make songs that people don't think about, as in, you're a high school teenager, you just got given Power Ranger stuff. What would you do? And then every time you want to do things in life, the communicator goes off, right? So I made a song about the communicator. Song about villains, bring out the Zords, and wanting to be a Power Ranger since you were a kid. It was just things that inspired me to write those at the same time. So that's why I like combining those elements too. So it was a fun project to put it all together.
I think it's such a dope project on top of that, because like Proud said, it's probably the best era, and I can honestly agree. It's not just nostalgia, but it introduced us to things like Tommy Oliver whooping all 5 of their asses and kicking them out the Zord. I'll never forget that.
That was a day. That was a day at school, man.
I'm
That
like,
was a
Matt
whole
Damon
conversation.
have that VHS tape to this
Ooh.
day. Green with Evil Part 1. I still
Yes.
have it to this day.
Ooh.
You know, Jason David Frank, still probably the most stressful week of our lives.
Mm.
Next to Optimus Prime dying. I'm like, that was the
Oh
most
my God.
stressful week ever.
And it wasn't like it was like one episode and they bounced back. It was a saga. They were having real problems.
Yeah, and it was to the point. It was to the point. Jason was just flat out like,
Yes.
yeah, bro, you just gonna join the team, and I just don't think we need to have any more discussions. Like this ain't happening again.
I'm gonna get
can't
that
have
together
on
for you, Jay.
on
I'm
a
gonna get
bad
that together
side.
for Jay Rich. So Jay Richardson, runner of J1Con, big supporter of the show. He said he's all about Nerdcore. He'd love to have you on for VT Hero Series 2 soundtrack. I will get him in touch with you.
Sure, no problem. you rock with certain people I know, like versus. I'm in a taco gang with all them, so they just did a venture between the group Otaku Gang and Hajoka. So that's dope. I'm glad. I have no problem with it at all.
Yeah, JDF was. After that, you couldn't help but respect that man. There was nothing else to talk about. Like it was just. After that, it was just like, Jason, you need to step down because Tommy over here can handle all of this. Kimberly was like feeling Tommy after that, and it was just like, you know,
there was a lot of
options.
There was a lot in that show that people don't understand. Like, there's one thing I would just say, and I'll just leave it alone. You know who's the one person that's the mastermind that kept all the Rangers together and sane?
Billy.
Blue Ranger?
No.
Really?
Ernie the Juice guy.
You ain't lied. You ain't lie. Yo, you ain't told a single lie.
He was like
he was
dude at the bar. I forgot, he was like the typical bartender. He was like that.
He was the pastor at the church that you had to go to. Like
every individual Ranger had a problem, and Ernie solved that problem. He even solved Bulk and Skull's problems. He solved everybody's problems.
He was a social worker.
Tearing up the bar every time. You're right.
And that's all he did. And he like kept them you know, and they were healthy and all that stuff. You know, ironically, if you look at some of the stuff in the series, I know it's being a nerd, but if you look at some of the stuff in the series,
at home here.
They always finish their juice before they ready to fight a villain.
Who's
playing that? You know,
that's true.
Right.
That's true. Ernie the Juice guy was like your local bartender then. And he's like, yeah, you got a problem? Sit down. He's always wiping off the thing, and here's your juice.
Yep.
Here's your juice, and here you go. You're all right now. Oh man. We're gonna take a quick little break. I'm going to show you a little trailer, and we'll be right back and talk more to Mark Cooper about Power Ranger Raps, and we got some news coming through with Gerd Clothing.
I want to show you something. You see that banquet over there? I can get in and out in 3 minutes.
And do what?
Rob it. Happy New Year! Here's the thing. No one's born bad. Like anything, it takes practice.
Well,
Take a look at that for me, please.
need your help here.
He says, don't scream. Empty your drawer.
What's all the commotion? There's a robbery across the street. What?
Yes. Every city has its king. And in this case, that guy was Tommy K.
I may only have an 8th grade education, but I got a doctor's thesis in street.
I want some capital for an out-of-town job, and I hear that you are the guy that I'm supposed to talk to.
I'm in.
To partners in ride. Thank you, Mrs. Claus.
Wife, family.
Nope, but I'm available.
So is there anything I should know about you? Do you have any goals? Fun facts?
Well, I can't tell you all my secrets. No, can I ask you a favor?
Whose place is this?
Ours?
What?
Still nothing on it, huh? Not a thing?
Nothing is a ghost. I'll take this one.
Where'd he go?
Kill him with success, bury him with a smile.
What do you think he's trying to hide?
I gotta do just one last one. Yes, I think I just witnessed a bank robbery.
How many more of those do you think you can do just like that?
This goes down now, or we start all over.
I'd like to make a credit card payment.
Oh, God save the Queen.
Anyone seen this guy?
How would you like to pay for that?
Cash.
That was Bandit by Quiver Distribution. It stars Josh Duhamel as Gilbert Galvan Jr., a charming criminal who escapes from prison and assumes a whole new identity. Make stop there. And he assumes a whole new identity after falling in love with Andrea, who's played by Elijah Cuthbert, a caring social worker he can't provide for. He turns to Robert Banks and discovers that he's exceptionally good at it. He's addicted to the Russian money. He turns to loan shark and gangster Tommy K, played by Mel Gibson, for bigger opportunities. Thank you for Quiver Distribution. We will have codes coming up for that really soon, so stay tuned for that. We have our special guest waiting on Indra. Here she go. Here she is. I'm gonna bring her in now. We have founder of Gerd Clothing, Indra-Hill Jordan. How's it going, Indra?
It's going good. How you guys doing?
All right. I want to show your commercial first.
Okay.
It's dope. Gerd Clothing, Indra Jordan. How's it going? I don't even know where to begin. Anime inspired Black owned clothing company. This is dope. Tell us all about it. How'd you get started?
It's a clothing line that I decided to do for streetwear because I love streetwear. I'm a jeans and t-shirt kind of girl with a good pair of J's. But it's a streetwear line that I created. I wanted everybody to be able to wear something because I know we all like anime. We all love anime. And I wanted to create something that you can wear not just to conventions or not just get a graphic tee. I wanted to be able to have some actual stuff that you can wear like out or going to like just any kind of function, you know. I just wanted to give that creation of stuff. And I love streetwear. So I wanted to make streetwear with anime stuff. So give everybody something. And my company, it started almost 2 years ago. I'm almost 2 years into it. I kind of just sat back and was like, what do I want to do? I'm sorry, I was in the program and I'm in a union to be an electrician. Well, I'm done now. I'm an electrician. But at the time I was like, I wanted to have something also to that I wanted to do as well, that I loved. And that was one thing I thought about for a few months before I decided to do it. And I put my own money into it, invested my own money into it, and I decided to go ahead and go forth with that. So
I guess I can make the announcement, I guess. Blurred's Eye View is partnered with Gerd Clothing, so there's that. Her website is getting ready to be launched really shortly, so I'm looking forward to that. Stay tuned for more details. So I got to put this post up because Jay Rich just said Ernie was for Power Rangers what Ted Lange was for Love Boat. This is true. This is true. We had a lot of news that jumped off this week, so I think I'm pretty sure we can get into it. So here we go. So, as you know, as of last week, She-Hulk episode 3 premiered. Me and Kira talked about it with our other co-host Tracy Carr Thursday night. What are your thoughts? Have you watched it yet, Indra?
I haven't got a chance. I've seen clips. Is that the one with Meg Thee Stallion in it?
Yes.
Yeah. There's so many memes going around about that.
It's. I mean,
She
I
got
did a
Meg Thee
TikTok.
Stallion.
I did
All
a
I
whole
can say was
TikTok.
like she has Meg Thee Stallion knees. I love her for it.
Hey, how can you be mad? That's what
I can't even. You can't even be mad. So, I haven't gotten to see it. I am interested in seeing. I kind of been like bogged down with other anime, and I
you
want
got
to
a
see a
clothing
rewatch.
company to run. I mean, what am I? What am I thinking about?
And I work,
Priorities.
so I was like, I go back to my old anime that I've already watched 20,000 times sometimes. So
Emmys has been good to the nerd community as a whole, and I can start it off by saying congratulations posthumously to Chadwick Boseman, whose wife accepted his honor and his award for Emmy winner for outstanding character voiceover performance. Um, anytime I can talk about that brother in any good form is always a thing for me. What did prowess says? I mean, Jennifer Walters has a healing factor, knees and gamma. This is true too. This is true too. Also in the Emmy game, Moon Knight won for outstanding sound editing for a limited anthology series, movie, or special. And I gotta say, yeah, they really did that stuff. The stuff that they're showing on Disney Plus, their soundtracks are really good.
Really good. They were really good. It's very it's immersive. Like if you don't know anything about sound, you can at least say that it's extremely immersive.
Mm-hmm.
Like you,
I mean,
even if you have a trash sound system, you hear everything that's going on. You know exactly what it's good. It's crisp too.
But whoever, if anybody will have the budget for it, Disney will have the budget to do that.
Okay.
If anybody has the budget,
they at least have to have that.
Like, I mean, you figure, I mean, it started with Loki, and Loki had a fantastic, intro and soundtrack. So it was just powerful and strong. And then you listen to Moon Knight, and you're like, yo, how are they doing this? They're really putting their foot in it, and they're saying, like, this is where we're at with it. This is how we're making this whole thing work. And I can't be upset with it because I'm a Marvel whore. Let's just get that off. People that know me know, man, I'm a whore for Marvel. I can't help it.
You're not alone.
They keep giving me the content. I keep taking it. It's like I feel like Tyrone Biggums off of Dave Chappelle. I just I gotta have. You got me one of them red balls. I gotta have it. Oh my god. Yeah. See. Yeah. Look. Be proud.
Marvel Hoes Unite.
Marvel Hoes Unite. We gotta put our rings out there.
That action's there, baby. It's a big thing that they're doing over there. Tomorrow's Wednesday. It's like I wish they were putting it for a while. They were releasing shows on Wednesday, and then they pushed it back to Thursday. And I'm like, you just want to make us wait, all wet at the mouth. You know how you're hungry and you just can't.
I'm not gonna lie, like I love the Loki because in deep down inside I am Loki. Like Loki's my spirit animal. So I see Loki, I was like, I need to watch this. I was so immersed in that show. I was just like, this is me. This is how it would be.
It's so much what we needed. It really is. Okay. I guess just came through an hour ago. Lucasfilm Star Wars, The Acolyte just added Jodie Turner-Smith. That's news. They're getting all. Here's the thing about Star Wars. I'm a whore for Star Wars too. So I'm just saying, there's so much Star Wars content to, just quit playing around and give me my backstory from Mace Windu, because we know there's no way in hell he died.
No.
Sam Jackson we talking about. Who kills off Sam Jackson? Except for the other guy. Nice.
You got to get out of that Marvel contract first before you get a real story out of him.
He's ready, but he's ready. He said he's
but
ready.
It's like, who really wants to get out of that Marvel contract? That contract's probably nasty every single time. Like, just nasty. Like, I can't go. I can't.
Look, if the rumors are true about what they have lined up, and we'll know in another 2 days. The lineup that they said that of people that they may have, three names that stood out on that list was John Boyega, Giancarlo Esposito, and Denzel Washington.
Wait,
One more
let me
name.
do.
They got
one more name.
Denzel to come in.
Ain't no way.
If it's true,
Ain't no way. I don't
And-
believe it. I don't give
and
me
here's-
hope. Don't give me hope. I don't like games.
I'm curious just to see
D23.
who Denzel's gonna be playing. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Magneto.
Oh,
Or Blue Marvel.
wait, what? Are we going back to the original then? The original concept of what Stan Lee was going with the X-Men?
It could very well.
If they're listen, look, when I saw Giancarlo give that entire speech at that con that he went to.
Oh, he's ready.
He been ready. He been ready from the word go. I'm here entirely.
And you know what? And true Marvel fans understand the origin of that concept of X-Men, how it was he created it based on Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, and to know that they're going back to that, I'm like, Stan would be so proud. Like, thank you. You bring it back when I need.
Yeah, G Black in the building. What's going on, G? He says Esposito is Professor X, Denzel is Magneto.
Yep.
Look, I love Magneto too.
I ain't angry about it at all.
Nope.
I always root for the bad guys. I'm like, I love Magneto.
Just take my money.
I'm
For
like,
real.
how you
I
going?
don't.
I'm like, you got two bomb ass actors. I'm like, I don't even know what side to choose at this point.
And Spike Lee originals. Spike Lee originals at that.
Yes,
come through.
There's a fourth name that's on that list that's rumored on the rumor list, and if it is, it's the biggest kick in the teeth to the supposed opposition I've ever seen. Henry Cavill.
Oh, shut up. You a lie. I don't believe. They talking a lot. They talking a lot.
I swear to God.
That's a lot of talking.
Like it was
and
now. So here's the thing.
Oh,
they were saying Hyperion.
Oh,
or Hyperion Century. I was thinking Captain Britain myself, but G Black says Boyega as Blue Marvel.
Ooh.
Not opposed to that neither. Like the 60s version, 60s, 70s version, and then like if they do it like Denzel will be the older version. Not opposed to it.
Think of Denzel about to explain to you Magneto's approach. Like, see now.
Stop
you mutants, man.
There you go again, Charles. There you go.
You better stop.
See, Charles. That's where you're wrong. You know?
Charles,
that's where you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's where you're wrong.
If he comes in doing Malcolm X, I'm done. I was like, that's what we need. Now, John Boyega, I love. He did previous movies. Attack the Block. That was one of my favorite movies.
Oh, that's what I was introduced to.
I love Attack the Block, and I think it's kind of a low ranking movie or low not talked about movie, and I think it's something that people really need to get watching too. But he's always been my favorite. I was like, who's that little boy? He looks like Denzel's son.
That's what everybody was saying.
He looked more like Denzel's son than Denzel's son.
That's why I was so hyped when he was announced in the Star Wars films. I was like, this dude is making moves and nobody sees it. And so I'm like, the sky's the limit for any of these actors. It really is. What did Prowler say? Charles, you fool made, punk made.
Charles, you fool, you punk made. You think you can do this to me?
I can see it now. Everyone's like, here we go. He's about to go in on everybody.
Oh my God. Yeah, but
Apocalypse don't got nothing on me.
Juggernaut, blot that shit out. Blot it out. You don't rub it. Oh my God. The D23 starts on December 8th. Which Chadwick Boseman will also be inducted into the, I can't remember what exactly it's called, but it's basically you have an influence on the entertainment career, the entertainment world, and people in general. And he's one of those people because he has made a massive influence, especially in the Black community. So he's actually been added into that. I'm like, I don't see why y'all added it. This should have been like the first name on the list. But D23 takes place starting December 8th, and that's when that award ceremony starts. And so from the 8th all the way up and through the weekend, it's going to be bananas. Like news is going to be dropping like crazy.
Is it December 28th? I thought it was
No.
September.
Yeah, September. I'm sorry. Did I say
Okay,
December?
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
September. Yeah, it's like, what am I thinking?
September 8th, September 9th.
Yeah, September 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they're getting ready to clean house. Whatever news that they didn't reveal at San Diego,
Yeah.
they're whatever trailers those people got to see at San Diego, whatever happened over there, we will finally get to see this stuff after this weekend.
It's gonna be busy on Twitter. It's gonna be a busy day on Twitter.
It's gonna be a busy day on Twitter, and then Black Twitter is gonna blow
up. I'm already. I got it preloaded in a notepad.
It's going
here we go.
That trailer alone had me like in tears, and then it's like they started talking about the story about how he went 4 years, didn't tell anybody, and just to think about during that time he was shooting, and it's just like, wow, for him to shoot, he probably had to go to chemo. He probably had all these things he had to do within shooting, and he hit it. Yeah. And I was like, that's a tough thing to do. And I was just like, man.
It not only is it a tough thing to do, but the fact it says a lot about his character and his work ethic. And like every person that's worked with him has said the same thing. Like he came to the stage ready. Like even training for Black Panther, they were saying like he was learning Kosa like on the dot. Like he came to this. I'm like, yo, my man went and learned a whole real African language with one of the actors who played his father on the dot. With no problem. It was just holding conversations with him, like in this language. That says a lot. That's commitment.
It's legendary. It's legendary.
It is. So I am looking for, what is that? The Beauty of Life. What am I hearing? Whatever. But that is the beauty of his body of work, and to sit back and say, and I actually can say, like, I've seen everything he's done. Like, he's a phenomenal actor. So yeah, to say, oh, he wasn't good in it. I'm like, yeah, I haven't heard one person say he wasn't good in anything he's done. Like, you get a movie and I'm like, oh yeah, Jim Carrey's good, he's a good comedic actor, but then he did Number 23 and you're on the fence.
Yeah.
It depends on how you're looking at it. Or what was the
kind of like a Morgan Freeman. You don't really see too many movies ever that he's bad, even when the movie is written terrible.
Yeah, you
Samuel, Samuel can never do a bad movie to me. I'm like, you never.
Like Samuel did Snakes on a Plane and sold it.
Sold it 100%.
I recently just saw that.
Horrible.
I just couldn't understand. You know what I mean?
The math ain't math, and you're just like, this movie, by all accounts, should be absolutely horrible.
That was by far the biggest plane I have ever seen. Okay, that plane had a condo in the finance mortgage plan on the plane. Like, how do you have first class and then like negative first class? Like it's like we're zero class. Like we're in a stratosphere that doesn't exist, but we're able to put snakes on a plane and nobody checked it. Like
like nobody. It went by those with good credit. Negative
and how people are dying to these snakes, and I'm just like, bro,
like
how did
this? I remember that hitting. It was a site I used to go to, and it just had like everything. And I remember that coming on, and I'm like, that's got to be a joke. That's got to be a joke. And turned around, it wasn't a joke. It was like it was that same tagline, and I'm like, that tagline sold it. One is Sam Jackson. Who's not going to watch Sam Jackson say motherfucker one more time in a line?
He's like one of the only people I know that can say that same word, and I'm still entertained, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, it was like even when he got hired by Marvel to play Nick Fury, and it was just like, I bet you they won't let him say it. He came pretty damn close.
Very close.
Man.
He just got dusted. That's
yeah.
I was like, dang.
They're leaning more towards that Dirk, so he might get to say it at some point in the near future.
Like, look, Deadpool 3 is coming, so why the hell not?
Oh my God. Exactly.
I'm a Deadpool stan. I'm sorry. I will watch that movie, both of those movies 10 times. I was like, this is who I need to be in my life. Like this person, like, is totally who I need to be. I'm trying to grow up and be like him.
See, my co-host DC is a massive Deadpool fan. Like he'll anytime it's on, he owns it. I think I was gonna buy him a double disc set just for the hell of it, because like he'll watch it anytime it's on. He's one of those guys. He can recite that line. He can recite the lines.
The fact that he did a backflip and landed on the table in some red bottoms, I said, I can't even walk in this.
Sir.
I was like, that's a baddie right here.
For real.
That's a
did
baddie.
That in a little,
I can't even do that.
In a little saucy number, and you know,
it's some red bottoms. I can't even walk in them things.
Right, Jay Ridge was like, motherfucker, yeah, it came, it was coming. You talking about sitting in the theater, and it was like, damn, he almost said it. Like,
so close.
Oh, so close.
I'm looking forward to anything that they're putting out at this point. D23 is going to be bananas. It's just what it is. It's going to be one of those things where our minds are probably going to explode.
Yeah,
that's just it.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Something that we need. Yeah, it's something that we need. So I mean, let me see. Thursday, yeah, the 8th. Yeah. Good Lord, we're getting She-Hulk and D23 starting on the same day.
Yep.
Well, that's our weekend, folks.
Yep.
I mean, and that's just Disney alone. Like, there's other things coming out at the same time. Cobra Kai's Friday.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang series is Thursday as well.
Rings of Power episode 3. And
Lord.
Yep. So
I got
things
to do. I got to go to work at some point. Like,
yep. So in other words, find that person and binge watch it with them, and then you'll feel better.
Like, this one of the moments you're like, time out. Wait.
I got to breathe. Just let me breathe for 2 seconds.
I'm coming back.
I need a bathroom break. I gotta go. I got an 8-hour job. I gotta go to.
It's like, I love you, but let me breathe for just 2 seconds. I'm gonna be right back.
We need to separate for a little bit.
You know how the streaming services are.
It's not you. It's me.
It's not you. It's me. I'm just like I wasn't built for that. I wasn't built for that.
We gotta warm me up a little bit. Just bring me. I'm coming with you, but just bring me with you. Don't drag me.
Okay.
You got. You know how the streaming services always ask you after you watch them uninterrupted, and it's like, are you still watching? You know, it becomes like, damn, yes, I'm still watching.
Look,
and they'll be at a bad spot too when they
yeah.
You be like, I'm not trying to pause it because I gotta go to the bathroom, but damn, okay, let me go. Oh, damn, they did something else.
I've binge watched some stuff all night. Literally had to go to work the next day, and I work in construction, so I'm literally on the ladder like, ooh, wake up, wake up. I was like, get off this ladder, go walk. Because
you probably sit up there like this. I shouldn't have watched that last episode.
That last
I can't wait till I get home till I see that other one.
If I could have slept just that 30 minutes, I would have been good today. Just that 30-minute break.
You see, Jay Rich said
to 2 o'clock, and I got to get up at 5. Like, right. Crazy. Like, this is crazy.
Jay Rich said, I haven't gotten a single email from the moms about D23.
I'm reading that too. I'm like, wait a minute, they're not talking about nothing. Nothing.
They about to have that club. So this is what I advise for people that's watching the show or listening to it for tomorrow. Get you some pillows, get you a blanket, put your PTO in now. If they won't accept it, just call off. Because it's going to be a hell of a ride.
I'm streaming that straight from my desk at work. And they can't tell me not a damn thing. I'll leave.
There's
like, you
so
know what?
much going
I'm
on.
clocking out.
I'm going
out. We're not doing this today.
Emotional distress. I don't need y'all. Y'all need me.
Y'all stressing me out. I need a mental health day.
This is PTSD.
PTSD. I need a mental health day right now.
I'm going to my therapist. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
I just can't do this no more. Y'all are oppressing my freedom.
Oh, yes, definitely. It's gonna be a lot tomorrow. I can't wait. I'm literally gonna I got a couple days off, so I'm saying is it time?
Is it time? I'm like, it ain't up yet. It's 4 in the morning. It should be up
It should
already.
be.
Okay, what are we talking about? I've already gotten my coffee. It's
I've been ready since last week. What? Why are y'all taking your sweet time? Like, give me my content, please. Thank you.
Yeah,
Feige over there got his cap on. He just switches caps like he Steph Curry or LeBron in the fourth quarter. It's going down.
Oh man.
Wait, whoa.
Darkwing Duck.
Rumors.
Oh yeah.
There has been rumors of a Darkwing Duck series since that.
I don't want them to do it. I don't want them to do it because they
Wait
did
a minute.
DuckTales, and I was so disappointed.
Wait a minute. They accidentally screen leaked that little bit of a corner when they were talking about doing, I think it was Rescue Rangers. I remember that from over a year ago. They had a little blurb in the corner talking about Darkwing Duck, and I'm like, okay, when? But when? I need it now.
Yeah.
See, you know what? I watched DuckTales because I was like, oh my god, DuckTales, and I was watching. I was like,
saw that new CGI. You was like, nope.
Wait,
like,
you talking about the movie?
No.
You talking about the movie?
For
the show.
Oh, the show.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
I did watch Rescue Rangers. It's enjoyable. The movie, the /CGI, and it's funny. It's right in line
was
with
the iconic intro in there or no?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't cut any short.
Don't have me going in ready to clap and sing.
Yeah, they didn't cut any. Not only that, but they gave you a new intro at the end of the movie. And there's appearances by people that you didn't think would show up because this is a Disney film. And I think Batman actually shows up, and you're just like, why are y'all slapping WB like that? Why y'all treating them like bitches?
Because they bought the licenses.
Look,
They're just like, you keep on messing up, we're gonna take it all from you.
All of it. Truth be told, they probably about $2 or $3 away from having that happen. They scrambling.
Let WB tell it, yeah, because they're like 20 million in the hole.
Look, I say they should just bring Animaniacs back out and just let us.
Right, we don't know what to do.
Give us another season of that, of the things that we enjoyed. Yeah.
Like they're just
Animaniacs was my thing. I used to
they're just
come
stuck.
home from school.
Yeah, it was a lot of crazy cameos in Rescue Rangers. It really was. In other news, Brendan Fraser gets his due at a standing ovation. He gets a standing ovation for the filming of The Whale.
6 minutes.
6 minutes. Yeah. And every time I've seen Brendan Fraser and fans have seen him and like at conventions or something, they've raved about like, we've missed you. You were amazing. You know. No, I thought that was me.
That was me.
But you're good. But it's amazing. And The Rock came in and said that he was rooting for his success. He was waiting for it, something amazing to happen for him. And that, seeing him in Doom Patrol #1 did it for me.
Yeah,
I'm like, finally, this man is getting back in the game, you know, because he got a bad rap and all this other stuff, and it's none of his fault. And they blacklisted him. And
wait, so
it just
what?
took.
I genuinely don't know what happened to this man. Like,
So basically, he was accosted by like this high-ranking producer. All right, sexually accosted by this high-ranking producer, like fondled, and because he said something back and was, you know, adamant, like, "Yo, hey, whatever,
I don't fly like that, homie."
Yeah, he don't fly like the producer was just like, basically, well, I'll have your head for it. You'll never work in this town, and that's what happened. And and he couldn't get a job. He couldn't get anything, and it messed with him and put him in severe depression, messed up his marriage, just a whole lot of shit. It was a domino effect.
He
and all we thought was he was just fighting mummies. It didn't happen.
That was it.
All that man was doing, all that man wanted to do was fight mummies. Okay?
And let's be honest.
That's sad. Did he actually name names with the producer or the person?
They mentioned the producer. He mentioned the producer by name. It wasn't Weinstein, but he's one in that camp.
I mean, it's not a surprise. I mean, let me stop before I
No,
close the door accidentally.
Look.
yeah, it was very tragic for him because you had one of those situations where even with Terry Crews, this happened with Terry Crews, and they said like he was kind of stuck, because it was like, what do you do? I'm like, well, as a man, you would think to respond accordingly. To hell with everything else.
Yeah.
But he looked at it as like his job on the line. He felt embarrassed. And I was like, so he pretty much felt how a woman would feel in a situation like that, where you got this big burly dude pushing up on you, and if you're not, I don't want to say secure, that's the wrong word, but if you feel like you're not being protected or supported in any kind of way, you feel I guess you feel trapped and don't know what to say and don't know what to do. So this is one of them situations. Then Terry Crews started putting his foot in his mouth on a lot of stuff. So
Jesus,
we were rooting for you, Terry. I don't know what
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I stopped rooting for him after when I watch White Chicks. I'm just like, we're good.
Hey there, White Chicks.
Today, Terry, we're not doing
a little
this
weird. It's a little weird there, Terry. A little weird, homie.
We're not doing this today. I'm like, you can pop lock on somewhere else.
I mean, it'd be either that or him on the longest yard being Cheeseburger Eddie, and how he was smuggling McDonald's and in the jail. I like, bro, it ain't nothing Cheeseburger Eddie thinks.
Terry Crews, Alabama, he can walk 1,000 miles that way.
Oh my God. Is he officially out of the club? Is his card being revoked?
It's revoked.
Yeah, he's like on he's like on the other side of the fence looking over.
And I was a fan of how he was in the Expendables. I love Expendables, but yeah. That Cheeseburger Eddie, that's the thing that did it for me. Adam Sandler put that man
he made you hide cheeseburgers in your drawers, man. That ain't cool.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh my God. Cheeseburger Eddie. I knew he was all
he looked sweaty the whole movie.
Like been gone.
Been gone.
He looked sweaty the whole movie.
I'm like, dude, that is not the
There's
movie.
not enough money they could pay me.
No.
I used to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it wasn't because of him. It was because of the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
Remember that movie Street Kings where he just got shot by 7 rounds of bullets in front of Keanu Reeves? What's going on?
I'm like, dude, what?
I was like, how many of these can you take, Terry? Like, I mean, you sold it, you dead. You sold it, you dead.
Oh my God!
He was missing bullets because he was out there pop lock.
All that damn dancing didn't pertain to nothing. And other news, producer Dan Lin, who pretty much did the Lego movies, he won't be taking over the DC films and TV projects. He has basically a prior involvement with some, I think it's called Ride Shack. He does a whole nother production company, Ride Back, and he's doing some stuff over there, so he couldn't give his obligations to DC. And honest with you, I've seen the Lego movies. Love them.
I like the Batman one. The Batman was hilarious.
Yes.
I was laughing the entire time.
Yeah,
but you really
probably said that movie must be.
But you really turning down a position at Warner Brothers to do what now?
It's something. I think it's something he created or helped create. Yeah, he is. He serves as the CEO of his own production company. That's why. And
but you know what? Somebody else did that. There's a guy that worked with that show, Real Housewives of Atlanta. He ended up going off to his own thing, had his own production company. Now he has a multitude of different shows that are really like blowing up. So he has his own production. But they were asking him to come back. And you have to think about it sometimes. Like, yes, that's a big bag. But at the end of the day, if you can create, if you're the creative source, you can do it over again somewhere else and have your own money that you have to answer to certain people for.
And that's kind of my point. Like he wasn't turning down this role over anybody's money. They're doing something weird that he's not on board with, because that's an easy decision to make, especially if you are trying to promote your own company and get your own ideas in. If you can't even finesse them to help you take some of those productions and put them into Warner Brothers, or you don't want Warner Brothers to touch that because a little bit problematic.
Creative control. That's what they want to creative control. A lot of companies corporations try to do that. Like, oh, we love your stuff. Let's bring you in, but let's change this. Let's do this. Let's do that. And it's like at a certain period of time, it becomes something else other than what you created. You're sitting back watching like, what happened? Like, this is not what I wanted.
How did we get here?
Yeah.
I think it's at this rate of the game, the way Warner Brothers Discovery is looking, he dodged a bullet.
The old big time.
Because right now it's scorched earth over there, and I don't think they know what they're doing next. I don't think they know what Ezra Miller's doing next.
Hopefully that 5150 is concrete.
Man.
That boy needs to be put in timeout.
I know they just said that they're currently doing reshoots again for The Flash. The way I'm reading it in between the lines, because they said they want to change the ending, and I know earlier, before all this brouhaha started with Ezra Miller, they were saying that they were not going to do The Flash, like the character, period. Like after this movie, like he just crashed and burned that whole thing, and that's probably what that's going to be. Considering the fact that Ben Affleck is back as Batman, and he's going to be in the Aquaman film. And they're just like, yeah, we got to change some things. I'm like, yeah, it's a shame you live in the information age where it's so readily available that all the news just keeps popping out. Because there was a time like, oh, you didn't know half the stuff was coming out. Like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, the very first one. I remember we have leaked photos. It just kind of blurred. It's a blurred image. But we got an idea that it might be Green Goblin, and it was just extremely blurred, but you could clearly tell it was the Green Goblin. It was just an extremely blurred image. Now, just
like the Wave King, the Green Goblin's the Wave King.
Norman Osborn truly is
the. And I was just screaming. I was like, "It's the Green Goblin! Let's do this! The Wave King! Where's his?" I was super excited.
Like this dude,
I was like,
I'm like, if I see the next time I see Norman Osborn, and I swear to God, if he walk in there or he wake up and he's taking off like his wave cap, I'm like, yo, look, we are here.
I'm gonna give him a gift of 360 waves. The wave cap, and I'm like in a brush, and I'm
that little orange can.
Do it. You already know what that is, sir.
It's like, I guess we here now. Let's just Norman Osborn is all about the waves. Like even in the comics, like he stayed with waves. Flash was going to be he was going to be the focus of the DCEU going forward, like Iron Man was for the MCU. And yeah, he got to have a black variant.
Black variant.
Why not? Why can't
you know, instead of being a scientist, he call himself a drip lord? He'd be like, no, I'm kind of a drip lord myself.
I can't.
Pull out the wave.
You said
I was so mad when
right after with the dude.
Norman Osborn was just so normal, and I was like, so what are we doing? And then the Green Goblin came out. I was like, yup.
Or that scene in the final movie where it showed him smuggling donuts, and that's when you knew it was over. Like, this man is crazy. This man just smuggled donuts, thinking that nobody saw him do it.
I'm like, when I seen it, I'm like, he got. I'm like, that's an ugly ass coat he just snatched up. What the hell is it? And then it wasn't until later. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what happened there. Okay.
What's messed up is watching Norman Osborn. I've read the comics and I love the animated series. And watching Norman Osborn, I realized I was very toxic. I was like super toxic. Because all the people I love were just like the Joker, Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, Loki. I'm just like, I'm so toxic. I need to get when am I gonna get a good one?
In Loki's defense, he's just trying to be loved. He ain't got nobody's attention for nothing. Even his own mama was an adoptive mama. That's the only person he truly gave a damn about. Like
he got parent issues, so he toxic.
He do.
Toxic.
He's toxic.
And I can't blame Loki for that one.
Thor: Love and Thunder, about how he had to experience his brother die like 7 times. It's like,
oh. Look, my daughter came back and was telling me about. She was like, "You gotta watch it because I love Ragnarok, and I love Ragnarok for 2 reasons. One, because Thor is always a good kiki, and 2, because the Hulk was wearing a towel walking around. It's just like, you know, you want to drop the towel. Let me see what's going on.
Yeah. I just feel like the size was not proportionate. It was like, wait a minute, the math ain't mathing on this right now. How are we? Oh, I'm gonna leave it. You know what? The kids is around. Let me just stop.
Kids is but when my daughter told me about Love and Thunder, I was just like, okay. She was like, the funniest part is when Zeus snapped away his clothes, and I was just like, wait, hold on, what did you watch at the movie?
Did you see the right movie?
I was like,
did you see the right movie?
Okay, let me see your ticket stub.
Is this a fan fiction event? What's going on?
Yeah, I was like,
I need answers.
That should have been something I watched first before you went.
I seen that in the theater, and when I say the gasps that I heard from the women, it wasn't too much gas. It was just like, it was more like,
oh.
Look, when I was watching the clip and the girls was like, the lady was just like, should we help them? She was like, nah, let's wait a minute. I was like, go ahead, eat your food, sit back, baby girl. We about to
when Jane and Valkyrie sat back and was just like, even Valkyrie was like,
Valkyrie, I'm done.
Take a pause.
Hold on for a second.
He gonna be okay.
He'll be all right.
We're gonna watch this for a bit, see how it pans out, how it evens out.
Like they didn't have the same vibe that Bucky had when the Dora Milaje was whooping USA agents' ass. They like Bucky just wanted them to whoop his ass. That's what it was like.
Just get
like
to the business.
Jane and Valkyrie knew how that was going to play out. They were just like, we are in no rush right here. Jane was like, I've been here before. I ain't never left.
Like, this why I'm back again. I'm still here. I was like, I seen Jane. I was like, Jane, what you about? You coming here to flip the block again? You about to turn the block again, girl? Don't mess with him.
It was a whole mess.
Don't do it.
But yeah, I can't blame Loki. I can't be mad at it, especially after the show. I really can't be mad at it. I'm like, dude,
man,
you just have you have parent issues, and now that your brother is in the same fucking boat because they found out you have a sister that nobody told y'all about,
easy.
And destroyed the world and everything. It was like, if I was Thor, I'm surprised it took him this long to hit the depression wall. I'm shocked that he didn't hit it sooner. And like,
look, your sister came out with all the smoke. She was like, so what we ready to do? And they were like, wait, hold on. Who are you? Who are you? So my daddy got a baby? Another baby? You older than us? There's conversations we got to have. Come on, bring yourself on over here.
Trying to trick him, sister.
Wow.
Look, Loki I was watching it like, dang, Loki, I ain't even mad. Like, you got real parent issues, but you super toxic still.
Kind of can't blame. And like I said, when the mother died, Odin was Nick Cannon. Good Lord. Oh my God! Prowess, you get for that one. You get the applause.
Ma'am. That's a perfect depiction. We were watching Blood of Zeus. And my daughter was asking me. She was like, so what's up with Zeus? He has all these kids by all these different women. I said, I can't even say what I'm saying because the kids are around. I was just like,
Zeus and Odin, boy, they
that's
stay.
What he's gonna be for the rest of his life.
He was out here
deal with it.
Thought.
She was like, well, why is Hera still with them? I was like, I don't know. Then I was like, well, here's his sister. She said, wait, what's going on?
They were Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones.
It was Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones.
She's like, what show is this?
Yeah.
Those old gods? No.
Right. They was out there nasty. I was like, this is nasty.
Oh, man. So I don't know if you guys have watched. I know Kira has watched House of the Dragon. First off, because it's funny that Prowess mentions these old gods and everything. It's like, look, y'all got one more damn time to marry off these little kids to these grown ass men.
Wait, and how are they trying to pass off the brother to the sister?
Incest.
Even the king had to look at
like,
it.
wait, pump brakes. Wait.
He's like,
hold
hold on.
their bloodline strong,
But
it's just making like babies with like deformities, and they're not getting this part. They're like getting mad about it. Like, no, this is how this happens.
Little kids, it's nasty.
I sit there. I'm like, this is insane. That you would sit there.
Terrible.
And here's the fact. First off, the king was like, I'm putting blame in his court still too. He was like, but he's 2. I'm like, dude, it's her brother.
Not that it's the brother. He's just 2.
Because he's 2. That's the only thing that was like, it was the purpose. I was just like, come on, man. I can't keep watching these nasty things when kids are getting married.
And I was with the Valerians for a minute there until he started offering up his little girl. I'm like,
this is why I can't watch Victorian like era stuff or medieval stuff in that era, because it's just like so much nastiness. Like when I was watching The Witcher, I did like The Witcher. I'm not gonna lie to you, I love The Witcher.
Oh yeah, a lot of y'all ladies like The Witcher.
It's not just for that though. It's got story.
But it's a good story. It's a good story. It's a good storyline. But I still was like, hey, I didn't knock at your door. Hi.
Wow.
But yeah, watching that stuff, when I started seeing that stuff, I'm like, oh man, I forgot what era we were talking about. This is when all the nastiness just being nasty.
Yeah.
Just nasty.
Yeah. Rhaenyra is the only one that's like,
she got some sense.
She's like, you know what? I am sick of all y'all.
I don't want a goddamn thing to do with near one of y'all.
My mama gone, my little brother gone.
All the siblings.
All the siblings. Damon is giving me my Heisman Trophy now after what he just did. You know.
Then your friend's married off to your dad, and you just end up like, you gotta look at her
some
every
trifling
day.
Shit too. How you just
and then
gonna
she tried to check her? She tried to check her friend. Tried to check her. I said, she looked at her. Like, go check me, boo. That's all I seen in my head. I was like, go girl, because I can't do this today. That was just too much. And
but you know what?
I give ghetto commentary, what I call ghetto commentary, doing certain things I loved watching. And I was in there like, girl, this is too much. You married to her friend? What? I said, the audacity. My daughter came out, I was like, what's going on?
But listen, she's not doing she's playing the game the right way. She know when to push, she know when to step up, and she knows when to dial it back.
Yeah, she took out that board and walked back onto the court, just like, I ain't talking to y'all. None of y'all some bitches.
I hate everybody. I'm going home.
Keep moving. I want you to take. She's giving me big Daenerys energy.
Oh yeah,
she really is. 200 years prior, and it's just like, this is the one we're rooting for right now. Now, because Daemon, that dude, I give to him. He's a beast. He's dangerous.
Can I ask a question? Why did they? Okay, I'm giving this episode a 7 out of 10.
Okay, fair.
I need to see how he whooped that man's ass, where he cut him not in half, but like 2/3 of his body was gone.
Yeah.
How you get 2/3 of the body gone?
That's some good.
Took the upper arm.
Good man.
And I'm like, dude, that's a hell. I'm like, that's just a clean cut. I don't care what kind of sword you got. You're not the mountain. You know, like,
is that serrated? Did you get the serrated sword? I just want to.
No, nothing. Just blood on his. What is going on?
Yeah.
There's so many moments. Oh God,
man.
I love
Mark, what do you think about? Well, see, we have shows like, now that we have House of Dragon, we also have Rings of Power.
I haven't watched it.
Me neither.
Rings of Power is fun. Was it? So apparently they're replacing the kid actors after episode 6.
Oh, thank God.
If it's
they've got the adult, the adult voice at the beginning of the first episode is Rhaenyra talking, basically telling the story. So yeah, they gotta get the boot.
And time has been passing, so
Yeah, quick.
Yeah, I
oh
just can't
god.
take the nastiness.
Yeah, I think they better switch the kids up.
Oh
Yeah.
god. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
That's
better
when
Alice,
switch it
relax,
up.
man. I gotta give me a minute.
That's when I wouldn't be watching it no more. I'm like, no.
Like, but yeah, we still have shows like Rings of Power, and finally we're seeing us in fantasy. We're seeing us as fantasy consistently, and we needed this. We need to see this stuff. And like this latest episode, we get introduced to King Durin, and I'm like, Durin. Yo, wait a minute. I'm like, I had to think about it. I'm like, in The Hobbit, I'm like, there was a Durin in the I'm like, oh wait, it's the same bloodline. Okay, I'm with it. You know, so and seeing who Durin was married to, it was a sister. And and in this next episode we're getting, she's a queen or somebody. It's another one they're introducing to. So we have already got a black elf, we got a black dwarf. I don't know who this sister is that they're getting ready to show for the next episode, but we here. I'm here for it.
Love it.
I'm here for it. So
you know what though, my just a side note, my exclusives are exclusive. You know, it's kind of a general thing, but if you look at my shirts, I literally worked with a couple artists, and one artist in particular, he like was giving me some nice stuff. And like you seen the Uzumaki shirt that I did, the Naruto Uzumaki one, but I did like some Sailor Moon shirts, and it was just like all black, all black, and I was just like, this is so beautiful, just to see the different shades, the different tones. Every time I work with somebody, I'm like, I need different shades, different tones of brown and black, so we can see that. And man, I'm like, and not to like boost myself or nothing, but like I literally love my shirts. I love my exclusive stuff that you've seen in the video, but I love my shirts because it was just like my kids were seeing them, but like, so you gonna put this in my closet, right? I'm just like, look,
but see, that's the vibe you
want for you to buy and take up. I actually
she ain't gonna
one
miss this.
Right
Let's
now.
take this one jacket. She ain't gonna miss it.
Look, they were looking at my Rock Lee the Goat jacket, and they were like, so, or my shoes that I was making, they were like, hey, mom. I was just like, nope. Nope. And then my son brought it up. He said, why are you making so big? I was like, those are samples. He was like, so you wasn't thinking about me? I was like,
no.
I'm thinking about your college tuition. How about that?
Yeah,
right.
How about that?
Like, but the t-shirts, I love the t-shirts because they have so much representation, and you can see yourself within, you know, any character that I put in there. Like I said, different hues, different tones, different looks. Like we have some streetwear, you know, some of the characters with streetwear looks. We have Yu Yu Hakusho coming out next, so we got that. Spy X Family. Right now we're gonna be dropping a pretty soon. You're gonna see on the site is the black AOT stuff that I did, and some black mecha stuff, like some Gundam and some black Gundam, some Android, all that stuff. It's like I just came out the woodworks, like, let's do this, let's create this, let's create that. Some ninja versus samurai stuff. It's just been like, it's been every process of every step of the creative process was originality, and those are all my original concept stuff. And I do have the anime stuff, which is the Sailor Moon, the Naruto. Literally, I was just like, okay, I love Naruto, but I'm sick of looking at all these Naruto pictures as I'm making the merch. I'm sick of looking at Naruto, and I'll just go back to my Sailor Moon, like, I like Sailor Moon doing this. So but there's so many pieces that are in there, not just the pieces you guys have seen, like so many pieces I'm super proud of. And like, oh man, I wish you guys can see it, and just go on when the site is like fully up, you guys would just be able to see everything. And I swear that Uzumaki shirt, I was just like, I need that shirt now. I'm gonna go ahead and buy it, and I'm like, I can go get it. But
I can't wait to rock some of this stuff. So when you guys be like, hey, you need to go to the site and go pick it up.
I cannot wait to send it to you guys. I was just like so excited. I was just like, I gotta pick one for everybody and see what I'm doing right now, because I do work with Nakia too, Renee. So I got to send her
She's
some
dope.
stuff.
She's always dope.
Yes, look, I will always speak highly of that young lady because she is the to me, and she's such a kind and sweet person, and so deserving of the things that she does because she does work hard and all that stuff, and she is able to tap into different aspects of her blurredom, her nerddom, all that stuff, and I love her for it. So
I love how she calls out some of the clowns on her live. I'm just like I'm just here for the shade right now, sweetheart. I'm just watching them.
Who's she gonna call out?
The stuff they come in here and say, and I'm like, yo, this is not that type of party, my guy. Like, chill out with the thirst, my God.
Look, the thirst traps be in there, and I'll be like, can I put my hat in there? Go ahead, send me a badge.
All right.
Are we paying somebody's mortgage today? Look, the thirst be really in there. Like,
they did. I'm like, between her and Nurse J. Becky, they just, I'm like,
and I go in there just to listen to them. Like I love like hearing certain conversations that she has. Like even though it's like no back and forth, but it's like certain things she talks about. I'm like, that's dope. That's dope. And her transition from what what she's trying to do. Yeah. I'm like, that's dope. Just seeing all that stuff. But I just sit out there like, y'all, do y'all got a job that y'all just sitting here and being nasty on
they
this
be nuts, man.
And it be all day, every day.
All day. I'm like,
for free.
Are y'all at work
For
doing
free.
this? Does your boss know?
I did a live with her a while back, and she was talking about making that transition and doing like more comedy, more acting and stuff like that. And the comments, I'm like, yo, I can't get rid of these jokers fast enough.
You kick them out, they come back in.
Yeah, I was like, what? I don't even know who this other dude was, but he was just going bananas, and I'm like, yo, I can't. Whoever this dude is,
like you should owe him money or something. Like
he was dropping he was dropping the water emoji, the eggplant emojis, the water emojis. I'm like, dude.
And it's like,
I'm glad I didn't open up the floor for questions because, yeesh.
The questions will be really nasty. Like I'll be like, this is super disrespectful. Like to the point, like you guys got to let her be herself and take that transition. If she's transitioning from one thing to another, let her have that transition. I understand you're a nasty man, but
there's a time and a place.
Yeah, there's a time and a place. I'd rather you hit her DMs and go on her live talking all that nasty stuff. Like that's just. I was like, girl, you couldn't block them fast enough. Like you said, you couldn't block them fast enough. I'll probably be ignorant in that live and say something that make everybody click off. Like,
everybody's account is suspended.
Okay.
Yep.
Man, Mark, I know what do you have coming up next? He's like everything. Everything. The way he looked at, if you can see, this is why you need to watch the live. If you can see when I asked him that, he was just like, what don't I have coming up next? First off, let me congratulate Mark because he was just announced as the teacher for the esports league at the school, correct? And so yeah. Tell him about that.
Well, I was teaching multimedia. I was teaching film and music to kids at the high school last year. And they had somebody else for that position this year, but then something opened up that they needed, that the high school was finally able to have high school competitive tournaments in. That's actually part of the the esports stuff. So what happens, they called me because they remember I had a background in gaming and things like that. And they said, hey, is this something you might be interested in? And I said, sure, no problem. So they're getting ready to set everything up. And it's been a while. Like, for a person who played semi-pro years ago and being able to coach new kids into new opportunities is just a, inspiring experience. So it's really great to have that.
I think that's so dope because, like I said, I've been watching your work like consistently, like it's no question. And when you announced it, when you made that post, that was last week? That was last week, I think. And I'm like, yeah, dude, congratulations, because now you're showing the next generation kids, because that's what they don't seem to realize. What a lot of people don't seem to realize is like this kind of tech that we do, like the podcasting, the web shows, the esports, the online clothing game. Like this is the next stage of everything. And like that awakening we were talking about like 2 years ago, amongst our community on December 21st, that little awakening, it's already been happening. Like, it took the world to shut down for us to see it, but it's already happening. And we're getting all of that finally. And I'm like, I'm so ecstatic to see like what's the next stage, because like I said, I'm consistently listening to your albums. like it stayed in, like his stuff stays in rotation. Like I'm like, I'm not even gonna buy the single, I'm buying the whole album. And so,
well, that's an honor. I appreciate that.
So I it's stuff like that. I look forward to that. Besides the esports gig, what's next on the music tip? You just finished the tour.
Yeah. I just got done doing the Music and Video Games Festival in Mag West. So that was definitely a great experience. I got a show Saturday with Mega Ran, Penny the Great, and Microphone Misfits. Then the 17th, I'm on Bonus Stage, which is a virtual show with a lot of VGN video game music composers. I'm like one of the people for that. Currently I'm doing a voice act for a stop motion Transformers film. I get to play Getaway.
You did say that.
That recently just happened. Of course, Count on the Cobb in October.
We see you there.
The production with Irvin and King Vader, when they come over with Powerpuff Girls, I scored that, so that comes out soon. And then I'll just let you know the final thing. I'm getting ready to come out with these series. Like, if you've seen the project, the Super Pack, what I'm doing is I'm coming out with things called the Booster Pack. So every 2 months, just like if you're a card game player, every 2 months you'll get like a 3 or 4 track EP based on the theme. So in October is about walkers. So it's about the zombie stuff and how I like the Walking Dead games, Last of Us, etc. So every 2 months it'll be a new theme based on where it is. So
this man, that's why when he shook his head, he's like, "What am I not doing? Like, where do I begin?"
sometimes it just, it's one of those. I got one of those girls that she makes sure, she's like, "Mark, you're gonna have to write a schedule, all the things you need to do." Yeah. Always get you one of those.
Oh my God. Why do you sound like Candy B? When she said, has she been talking to my ex co-host?
Oh yeah, there's even more stuff. I'm also producing Prowls to Testaments Sailor Moon project as well.
Yes. And if for those who don't know, go back to a couple past episodes where I had Prowls to Testament on, and you will hear the little teaser track that our very own Mark Cooper actually produced. It was really dope. It was a Starsky and Hutch cut. I wonder if I can find that right now. I was like, no, I gotta dig for it. I gotta dig it out the Google Drive. But yeah, that is dope. Just came through the pipe. One of our viewers, Jay Rich, who is running J1Con, which is the longest anime and gaming con that's owned by a black man or a black person, period, will be celebrating its 10th anniversary this November. Here's a nice little trailer for it. That is November 4th through the 6th. You can't beat $40 for a weekend pass now. Not only is it affordable, there's a lot going on. So that shout out to Jay Rich for that nice trailer. He just sent it to me. He told him, I said, I get it up for him. He said, did you send it to him? I'm like, yeah, send it to me now. I'll take care of it. I want to thank our guests, Mark Cooper, Indra-Hill Jordan of Gerd Clothing, our new partner. I can't wait for the website to come up. I'm gonna start rocking some of this merch. Ooh. My new guest host, Get it out, kid. My new co-host, Kira Brown. Let's
Hi.
talk about everything where everybody's at. Hold on, who said it? Yeah, look, there she go. Yep, I'm going to be buying some Gerd Clothing. Thanks to Prowess and Testament.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, she's seen them same weekend as Yuma. Kind of wanted to go. Yep, it's a lot going on that weekend.
I'm getting that Drunken Master jacket, madam.
Oh,
That's in the cart.
That is a coveted. I love that jacket because it's leather sleeves, leather trim. It has 3 patches of Rock Lee as a goat, like the goat, and as a Drunken Master.
That's he is the
like
goat.
the detail to it was just like so much work I put into that detail because I was like, can you do the patches to be like literally you could see the detail, and they had to do detail patches in order for me to go for it with that. So I got some really good shirts too, like Gara versus Rock Lee. I got some just Rock Lee shirts. I got some Uzumaki. So I just got shirts out the yin gang. I got some with CK Knight. I got a shirt with CK Knight. I've been working with some really, really talented people. All the artists I work with are talented. I've worked with are talented, but I was like, let me put out some bang. Let me bang it out for everybody. Like, yes, I'm gonna do the fan art stuff, but I'm gonna give you some OC like stuff, some original character stuff. Like, you're not gonna be like, okay, you're not gonna ever see. So
yeah, that's what I love about this line is paying homage to the stuff that we fell in love with, but like you said, you also have some original OC stuff, and that's what's dope. And if you want to get in touch with Gerd Clothing at Gerd Clothing on IG, she has that website getting ready to pop off really, really soon.
You could actually get in right now. If you hit me up with a DM, take a picture of your email subscription, and I'll give you the password. You can get on in and start shopping right now.
You hear that, people? Go to the site right now, get a screenshot. She'll send you the password.
Yep, of your email subscription, and I'll send you the password. Send it to my DM.
There you go. Don't be nasty in the DMs, people.
Please don't be nasty in the DMs.
For the love of God.
I have never had nobody be nasty. I actually had somebody like literally hit me up and said, "You should just give me some free merch." Like, what are we talking about, sir? What are we talking about? Hold on. I don't know you.
Like, my kids don't even get the free merch. Who are you, sir?
Look, my kids still gotta pay for the merch. I'm like, so you owe me this much money. They're like, wait, what? You can pay me in chores.
Right, pay me in chores. Mark Cooper, is always a pleasure. You can follow him at It's Mark Cooper on every platform. Go show some love. Get some of the stuff off of Bandcamp. Check out Power Rangers Rap the Redux, and a bunch of his other stuff that he has on there.
September 16th, I'll release it for all digital platforms as well. So it'll be on Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff too.
It's going to be everywhere. So you need to be on it. Kira.
Yes, sir.
A Room Full of Blurs? Tell them all about it.
Yeah, Room Full of Blurs. Currently on Instagram as Room Full of Blurs. I also have my Child of Mandalore podcast on Spotify. You can look it up on there. Talking about the history of Mandalore as a whole. I'm also on Fanbase. You can look me up there. I have a little audio room that I have every Saturday at 9, and we talk about all things Blurred for the week or stuff that I haven't heard about.
Oh man! And for those who were listening from the beginning and watching from the beginning, and you've seen our weight screen music playing all the anime, if you want to know who to get that music from, Villainous Beats is the one at Villainous Beats. That's VLNS_beats. He provided some of the music for me. The main music, though, of course, was done by G-Black. Was done by G Black. He's family. That's what he is. There's just no other way to put it. If you are always checking us out, well, check us out on IG. I'm always running the IG page. If you go to the IG page, you get the full link tree on there. So go to the link tree. It'll send you to all the social sites that I'm on, including the new Twitter page, because I had to rename the Twitter page so everybody knew. They're like, well, I'm not Blurred's Eye View, but I am Blurred's Eye View because I'm running the ship. So it was caused a little confusion. But also, if you're checking us out on Facebook, this is the Facebook page you want to check out. Blurred's Eye View, all capital, all put together. The old page has the eye view split in half. I'm trying to get Facebook to get off their haunches and get that together. But you know how that works. But you can follow us on Opulence Radio. You can also check us out on iHeartRadio, everywhere you listen to podcasts, iHeart, Spotify, Google, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast. I sound like DC now. Like, y'all know where we can find this. It's been 2 years. But we're gonna leave out now. I want to thank our guests, Mark Cooper, and our new partner, Indra-Hill Jordan of Gerd Clothing, for tuning in and coming in, giving off some of this great information and just having some fun, kicking back. I hope you guys had a great time. But until next mission, remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and encourage yourself and others. Tune in this Thursday with me and my other co-host, Tracy Carr, and possibly Kira might join in with the group as well at 9 p.m. And that's going to be the season finale for Blurred's Reacts. However, I'm actually playing with the idea of taking Blurred's Eye View to twice a week now. So tune in for that. Busy man over here. I'm trying to get us paid. Do you understand? Speaking
trying
of
to be like Mark.
Get to the bag. That's what get to the bag.
No, I don't do anything at all. So everything he said was a complete lie. I don't do anything at all. This is all Andy Kaufman magic. I just you know,
it's unseen, unheard. But
yes.
Speaking of doing everything, that door is still open for a lot of POC women and men. I'm providing the safe space. I'm providing the platform. If you want to join the team, be sure to hit me up on the IG page, and I will give you all the details to go to what to next. I'm looking for a lot of POC women and men who's living in Ohio area. So in case we have to do any live events, we have a team to contact too, because, you know, Nick Fury can't do it all, and neither can Chris Fury. But but until next mission, we're out of here. Talk to you guys soon.